Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the hour's arrived. I call this meeting to order. Mr. Johnson, will you give us the invocation, please?
We do thank you again for allowing us to come in to handle our city business. We ask you to give us knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of what we must do to help our city. We ask you to bless our nation, our state, those that are on the battlefield, those that are sick and shed in, and the bereaved. In your name I do pray. Amen.
Let's stand and pledge allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Council and ladies and gentlemen, officially, these first few minutes have been designated for a public hearing on a project that we've got going on. And so this is to be handled first before we get into our agenda for the meeting. Are there any present? If there is, I'd like to know it, here for the public hearing that was published in the paper. No one here for it? Oh, well, that makes it simple. We can proceed with our order of business as if we didn't know it. All right, lady and gentlemen of the council, the agenda is before you. Is there any corrections or additions to the minutes? To the agenda. Hearing none, I entertain a motion that we approve the agenda as printed.
Offer motion.
Mr. Johnson has made a motion that we approve the printed agenda, seconded by Ms. Leggett. Any further discussion about the agenda? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, our agenda is set. Mr. Lawyer, why don't you handle public, a little explanation of what's going on with the GSP post and what we're doing.
We're reaching the culmination of the several-year project on the Georgia State Patrol post, and that is the public hearing we just had was to have any public input or questions about the process. We had the public bids were submitted today. We have one public bid is what we expect generally from the Georgia Municipal Association for the financing of the project. As you know, we've had the construction project, interim financing of Renaissance Bank, long-term financing through Georgia Municipal Association through the process they have for the borrowing and leasing it back program. It's a fairly complicated legal procedure, and we have used bond counsel, John Pinnell, out of Savannah for this. We have a resolution that needs to be passed tonight. All of y'all were given copies of this earlier because it's a rather lengthy resolution with numerous attachments there too that's required by Georgia law. So I'm going to read the heading of the resolution tonight for y'all's consideration and passing all that. If this resolution is passed, which is necessary to proceed with the financing, then the next step will be to set up a closing and meet with the attorneys and get all the proper documentation of the installment sales agreement, the environmental disclosure, the transfer agreement, the deed, and the financial terms of the installment sale agreement executed. So with that, the heading for the resolution is the resolution of the mayor and city council of the city of Hazlehurst, Georgia, authorizing, among other things, the execution of documents relating to the permanent financing or the acquisition, construction, and equipping of a Georgia State Patrol post located in the city. And again, y'all have been provided with a copy of this earlier in the week for your review, and this is now submitted for passage by the council.
Thank you, Council. City Council, you've heard the resolution title and the description. I entertain a motion that we approve the resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution.
I've got 4 motions that we approve the resolution. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
I've got 4 seconds on the resolution, so I think we've got it made. Any further discussion about the resolution? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's passed. That's done.
Madam Clerk, I'm going to hand the resolution to the mayor and yourself to sign and put the seal on and get that to me later.
Yes, sir. 2 and 3, we're gonna capitalize.
All right, now that takes care, as I understand now, that takes care of item 1 and 2.
No, item, yes, you're right.
All right.
On number 3.
Now then, we've got another resolution that we have to adopt concerning our 2021, that's this year's CDBG application. The CDBG is a Community Development Block Grant, CDBG. All right, this, I think I've told you, but in case there's any question, this application is for Southside Circle and the Bird Streets out there area. The lift station in that area is to put in a lift station there. It will solve some sewer problems in that area. And I've engaged the Sarah Davis's outfit, Alga, ALGA, in Alma, and I've engaged Turnip Seed to begin putting together the grant application and the engineering data necessary to solve that problem. And it's a right big problem. We won't get into all the details of it now. Chris and Mark and I have been knee-deep in it this afternoon. But at any rate, it'll be for a $750,000 grant to construct a lift station that will be an intermediate point between one lift station and the other and solve that problem, plus take care of a lot of sewer problems in that neighborhood. And believe you me, we're slow getting it done now. With that, Madam Clerk, have you got the resolution?
I have it here.
You've got it there ready to go?
Yeah.
Mayor, does that
What-
include the sidewalks, or is that separate?
No, it's got nothing to do with
Okay.
sidewalks. It's strictly a lift station and new sewer lines.
Okay.
A resolution by the mayor and council members of the city of Hazlehurst, Georgia, to authorize submission for fiscal year 2021 Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, application to the Georgia Department of Community Affairs, DCA, for funding under Title I of the Housing and Community Development Act of 1974 as amended. Whereas the mayor and council members of the city of Hazlehurst, Georgia, find that the program is necessary and desirable in order to improve the living conditions of low and moderate income persons living in the city of Hazlehurst, Georgia, and whereas the mayor and council members of the city of Hazlehurst, Georgia, desire that a fiscal year 2021 CDBG application be submitted to the Georgia DCA for funding under Title I of the Housing and Community Development Act of 1974 as amended. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council members of the city of Hazlehurst, Georgia, that the mayor of the city of Hazlehurst or his or her successor is hereby authorized to submit to the Georgia Department of Community Affairs for a fiscal year 2021 Community Development Block Grant application and such supporting collateral material as shall be necessary.
Lady and gentlemen, you've heard the resolution. I entertain a motion that we approve the resolution.
Offer motion.
Mr. Johnson made the motion that we approve the
second.
resolution. It's been seconded by Ms. Leggett. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing no opposition, the resolution carries, is passed. Now then, you're gonna get into the fair housing?
Yeah, that goes with the prior resolution. This is the resolution that was just passed. You can see it. Okay.
All right, now this is the fair housing one?
Yes.
All right.
Fair housing resolution. Let it be known to all persons of the city of Hazlehurst that discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, gender, or national origin in the sale, rental, leasing, or financing of housing or land to be used for construction of housing or in the provision or brokerage services is prohibited by Title VIII of the 1968 Civil Rights Act, Federal Fair Housing Law. It is the policy of the city of Hazlehurst to encourage equal opportunity in housing for all persons, regardless of race, color, religion, gender, or national origin. The Fair Housing Amendments Act of 1988 expands coverage to include disabled persons and families with children. Therefore, the city does hereby pass the following resolution. Be it resolved that within available resources, the city will assist excuse me, all persons who feel they have been discriminated against because of race, color, religion, gender, national origin, disability, or familiar status.
Charles, go back here to the refrigerator and get him a glass of water, that bottle of water.
To seek equity under federal and state laws by referring them to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Office of Fair Housing and Equal Opportunity Compliance Division. Be it further resolved that the city shall publicize this resolution and through this publicity shall encourage owners of real estate Developers and builders will become aware of their respective responsibilities and rights under the federal fair housing law and amendments are made in any applicable state or local laws or ordinances. Said city will at a minimum, 1, adopt and publicize fair housing resolution, 2, post fair housing posters in prominent public areas, 3, provide fair housing brochures, fair housing information to the public, 4, declare April as Fair Housing Month by proclamation or resolution, and 5, conduct at least one fair housing activity and document said activity.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard the, resolution. I entertain a motion that we approve the resolution.
I move that the resolution be approved.
Mr. Ramey's made a motion that we approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Johnson. Any further discussion?
Yeah,
Okay?
one question for my benefit. This month that we're talking about declaring, is that April? I mean, the reason I'm asking that, out of all the other resolutions, I just never heard that statement before. Which I'm fine with this. I was just asking, they said that 1 month should be declared Fair Housing Month or something like that.
So declare April as Fair Housing Month by proclamation or resolution.
I just had never heard till, okay. So that would be done this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's not being done during this point. It's just saying that we will do it.
We'll
We
do
will
it, so
do
at the
it.
April meeting, you will need to do it.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, can you make a note, Madam Clerk, and make sure that...
Oh, I'm sure I'll get email.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But right now, all we need to do is pass the resolution, and we've got a motion by Mr. Ramey and seconded by Mr. Johnson that we approve it. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing no opposition, the motion's carried. All right. Now, that's fair housing. Now, all this, other, that's a duplication of what we just handled on number 4. Yeah.
We're on file now.
Yeah. Oh, this is a little different here. Change that.
Yeah, we had to change it.
Okay. I was following one recipe and we followed another. Oh, that's pretty, you laid this one, I'm not supposed
Yes,
to
sir.
follow this one on here. All right, okay. I knew I was getting, well, I'm supposed to get confused a little bit anyway. Okay, I was right pleased with our report, with all the things that's going on out at the airport. And so I've asked Cody to come up and give us a report on our, recent, approval and inspection of our Hazlehurst. Hey, Cody, come up here and give us a report on that. There were several things in there that I thought was commendable on Cody's part. He's doing a good job out there.
I believe everybody got a copy of the inspection. What it is, it's a biannual thing that happens every 2 years. And this one pretty much, this is just telling us we got an A on our report card. What it all boils down to, all but the, as in the letter states, the numbers and stuff fading, and they are aware of that, and they know that we're gonna take care of that in this next project. A couple of other things noted didn't get put in the letter. Some voluntary pines that has to be taken down, which is no big deal. Shoulders need to be clipped, which is gonna be taken care of here in the next couple of months, hopefully.
Do we, can't we spray all that area between the runway and our fence line either way? Can't we have somebody come and spray that stuff and retard our growth?
That is, I've actually discussed that with Miss Vernice about doing that. We've done it,
We've done it in the past. I've done it
like 5
before.
years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, we've done that, and I think it's about that time to do it again.
Do you remember what the
and-
cost was?
I have gotten a price on it, and it's roughly about $5,000 to get it sprayed.
We need to do that. I was looking at it the other day when I was out there. Check on it and, see if they won't reduce the price. Tell them we're having a tough time in Hazlehurst and see if they'll do it for half price.
Good luck.
Okay. So what fuel is
But,
now?
yeah, thank you, Cody. All right. I'll spray it with it. I think most everybody was here Monday night when we discussed this. We've been, some of us, not everybody, but I have, and a lot of my friends have been spending all our liquor money somewhere else, either Lumber City or Baxley or Savannah or wherever we can find good cheap liquor. And, one reason we've done that, because we don't have a liquor store in Hazelhurst. And, I've been trying to get it on the ballot. You can't have a liquor store in this town until the people say you can. It's gotta be put on a referendum. And before, we were been under the obligation to walk around the city of Hazelhurst with a questionnaire, and registered voters in the city of Hazelhurst had to sign, I, R. Bainstone, agree to, and my address and whatnot, and had to get, right at 5,000 signatures, 5,000, we don't have 5,000 residents, or hardly that, about 500, signatures to give it to our, registrar, Ms. Reiner, to get it on the ballot. And then she has to take the list and go down it and check the voters list to make sure it's, everybody that signs it are legitimate registered voters in the city. Well, thanks to Ms. Andrea Taylor, our executive director of our industrial authority in Chamber, she got with Representative Greg Morris up in Atlanta, and they figured out a way to through a statewide bill that's usually a little bit hard to pass, but there's more people than just us in that situation. So we got a statewide bill passed, Senate Bill 145. It says now that that's not necessary anymore, that this council that people have elected right here, we represent the citizens of Hazelhurst, we can decide that we want to put it on the ballot and let them tell us if they want a liquor store in Hazelhurst. So the next election, well, I don't know exactly, I guess it's the November election, but at any rate, the next major election in the city of Hazelhurst, we are to, if we want to do this, we're to adopt a resolution asking Ms. Reiner to put it on the ballot, and we need to check with her and see when she needs that resolution, and give her the copy of this Senate Bill 145. I'm sure she's been informed of this because of the nature of her business. But at any rate, we need to get the resolution passed, give it to Ms. Reiner to get it on the next election here in the city of Hazelhurst. So, I guess the first thing I'll get with Ms. Reiner sometime during this week and make sure that we get this resolution to her in time to make it on the next ballot. Any
Right.
questions?
Yeah.
Any questions? All right, you knew about that, didn't you? Bill, that's Senate Bill 145, you knew about that, didn't you?
I didn't believe it passed, I heard there was.
Well, it passed, it's done.
His governor signed it,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, Mark, I believe you and your safety committee's on, or, yeah. All right, operate from right there then.
Alright, good evening, y'all. As discussed, Monday, we need some more safety materials. I was instructed to get some quotes, and that's what I did over the last couple of days, is got some quotes. I reached out to several representatives and got some prices for hard hats. The cheapest I found was $10 a hard hat, and I feel that's pretty good for a quantity of 30 people, which would be $300, you know, with tax exempt and stuff for the city. That's $300. I think that is attached in the handout that Ms. Vernice gave y'all. They are MSA certified and stuff, so they do pass inspection. And the next item was the bags, and the first quote I got for the bags yesterday was $10.99 each. I spoke with another rep this morning. I got the bags with the city logo now for $9.50. $10.79. So the first badge that was $10.99 didn't come with a logo. I got the same bag with the logo this morning for $9.79.
Okay, what's that total?
And that would be for 30 people.
Okay, we got 300 and another 329, that's 629. Okay.
Yes. And the first aid kits, which was $1.29 a piece.
Yeah, we already have.
I just have one question. Have we checked local, like hardware stores? 'Cause I know that with my business, I purchased everything local. All these items you're requesting here on number 7.
We did check some places locally, like I said, Monday night. The personal first aid kits are coming from Hardy's Drugstore.
And they're donating some of it, aren't they? First aid kit?
First aid kits.
Yeah.
We getting 50 first aid kits for $1.29 a piece, when they normally average about $1.60, $1.75. So you're saving about 50 cents on that.
So is this $322.50, is this the bags and the...
That's the bags with the logo. And you can't get the bags without the logo for $6.50. You can get the bags without the logo for $6.50 a piece. The logo would be the city seal.
So in essence, the total money that you're asking for is how much now?
600, and I didn't do the new price with the new bags because they was cheaper, like I said. I can figure that up, but it'll be around $680.
And we've already spent how much on boots, do you remember?
$75,
Times,
25 people.
This is required PPE.
I know that, but I'm just, we before we approve the expenditure, where it complies with the budget. And and here's 629 or 622, whatever it is. What's the total on it?
About $2,345,
Okay,
including the boots.
Yeah, council, I'm entertaining a motion that we approve the safety committee's expenditure of about little less than $2,500 for safety equipment and gear.
Make a motion.
Mr. Bloodworth made the motion that we approve it. Mr. Ramey has seconded. Any further discussion?
And you said it does have the city logo on all this stuff?
On bags.
The city logo would be on the bags. We do have plan, which that wouldn't be much, to get the stickers to go on the hard hats as well.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing no opposition, the request is granted for up to $2,500.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Okay,
Be safe.
the next, yeah, we want to approve the, are there any questions about 8, 9, and 10? You want to go ahead and include the minutes as well?
Yes, sir.
All right, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Have y'all read all that and everybody satisfied? That's just normal reports of finances and minutes and the check register and whatnot. Entertain a motion that we approve items 8, 9, 10, and 11.
So moved.
Mr. Ramey's made a motion that we approve.
So moved.
That's seconded by Mr. Johnson. Any further discussion about it? Here, pardon? All right, then I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? In opposition, the motion is carried. Citizens' comments.
Mr. Mayor, if I may.
Yes, sir. Glad to have you again, sir.
Yes, sir, happy to be here. I just wanted to, one, thank the city and the council again for working with the county on the Joint Comprehensive Plan coming up this next Tuesday, March 23rd, with the Regional Commission. And if anything, I'm serving as a reminder, that is next Tuesday, March 23rd at 10:30 a.m. Thank you to the City Council for allowing us to use the golf course. I know we've invited the mayor, city clerk, a council member, your city attorney, along with Public Works Director, and your chief of police, along with the fire chief who serves jointly between the city and county. But anyhow, just wanted to remind everyone again of that coming up. Thank you for what y'all do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, buddy. All right, any other citizens? Brother Joe, you quiet tonight?
Quiet, I'm just here.
All right, good to have
And I
you.
appreciate each and every one of y'all. Like you said, I was able to get the, golf course donated. Last year, July, we did our scholarship gala. We recognized about 12 young people that got scholarships. And they weren't just in our city, it was all around. Very, very grateful for that, so we appreciate it.
We always like to help you. You, work to, improve the lives and the progress of our young people, and we're always willing to help you.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, anybody else? Okay, commissioners?
Yes, the cemetery, I guess that's, I'm gonna be the cemetery commissioner. So, the cemetery, as I talked to the mayor, they had a busy week and he forgot, but we really, council and mayor, need to do something about the road the street, they said, I speak Ebonics. Anyway, out on Lemon City Highway, we really have to do something about that drive around. It's just so muddy. We got to do something. And he was supposed to look and see what it would cost us.
Well, I didn't do it.
Did
Well, I'm
anybody
sorry.
talk about the detail, when will they be back?
We don't, yes, I talked to the man over there, he called me, and, Ms. Bernice and I are working with him now.
Is that
He-
Mr. Toole?
Is that who, I don't know who called me. Probably so.
Yeah, probably so.
In fact, if you don't mind, if you know him, I'd like you to get back in touch with him. The first thing that they called me before he did, they called me and I called them. And I said, look, we desperately, the grass is growing now and we depend on prison labor to keep all these cemeteries clean in Hazlehurst. We need them back over here. When are y'all gonna turn them loose? And the fellow told me, he said, look, he said, your van hadn't been cranked up in almost a year now. We haven't been able to move them, and said, I don't know, you're gonna have to go over here and see about trying to charge the battery and probably get it back to Hazlehurst and get it in running order. And he said, I don't know when we're gonna come to see you. Well, about a week or 10 days later, which was last week sometime, maybe two, that may be the man that called me. He said, Mayor, somebody told me that you had called about it. He said, are y'all wanting to renew your contract? I said, yeah, we want to renew the contract. I said, you gonna send them over today? And I was waiting too late, you know, I was kidding with him. He said, well, I can't send them today. I said, when are you gonna send them? He said, I don't know exactly, but we're gonna send them. So I've got if sometime they're going, and he's asking us to sign a new contract. So I have no problem with, even those, and we don't pay here again, we don't, if it's raining and they don't come, we don't pay. And, so it's a pretty good thing, and we need that extra labor by all means. So, did she ever call you back?
No, so she's out today, and I don't know if she'll return to.
At any rate, Madam Clerk and I are working hard to get a hold of them, get a hold of the contract, and we, with your, why don't you do that now? I entertain a motion that you authorize us to proceed with a new contract for the coming year from June, it's from June until June, right?
And I'm not questioning you here, but you usually have a document that y'all want to look at.
Well, I'm assuming it's the same as last year. If it's different, we'll get back with the council.
I'll make the motion that we renew the contract with the probationer labor.
Okay,
Second.
made by, Mr. Bloodworth, and I heard Ms. Leggett, first down here seconded. Any further discussion about renewing our contract to get the prisoners? They didn't say exactly when now, but said it was getting close.
I think they only have 30 probationers right now, and they usually staff at about 100.
Yeah.
So I think that's the and COVID too.
Yeah, and, another thing, from the fellow that called me earlier, I've got to send somebody to Alma, and, he said the thing won't crank, the battery's dead in it, and we need to see about it. So I guess we need to go over and get the van and bring it to Hazlehurst and check the battery and get it running good and get it ready so that when they do turn them loose, that they've got the equipment ready to to come. So with, the motion's been made and seconded that y'all authorize us to renew the contract. Any further discussion about it? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing no opposition, Ms. Bernice and I will proceed to, get the contract administered.
Now, what are we gonna do about the road?
Okay, I told you I'd get a price on it, and I didn't.
Yes, sir.
Well, I know y'all don't like to know how much you don't spend on the road, you know how much it costs. We've got some splosh money, and even though that's in the cemetery, that's a street through our cemetery. We'll find some way with with our next, LMIG, Local Maintenance Improvement Grant money, and with some T-splosh, street splosh, just regular street splosh. We will find a way to resurface.
We just got to do something, just to make it a little harder, that's all, you know?
Well, it may be, part of that road from the highway in there is very good.
You're right, right.
Very good. The bottom part down there around by the woods is where it's red clay and gets slippery. So we may have to do a partial pavement or something to try to conserve. But what we'll do when we get started with our, weather warms up a little bit more, and maybe we're gonna have some good weather to try to get some resurfacing done. We'll try to get it done.
Can you put lime rock or crush and run down?
Well, that might be the thing to do down there, and,
Down at the bottom, it might be the thing to do.
might be, and in fact, get enough of that down, and then when we do pave it, that'd be a good base for it. We may look at that. I'll look at it and get with, whoever we deal with and see what I can work out.
And in the next meeting, you'll take care of, Kelly, down Roddy.
You let keep gas.
Just a little bit.
I got about 7 holes about.
Buy you some more Zordine Junior and put it on, you'll be all right.
Another bottle.
All right, anything else, we'll get that done.
Okay.
We'll get that
Well,
done.
I was gonna say, let's go on.
Huh?
Okay.
No, we ain't ready to go home yet. Anybody else got anything else to say up
I
here?
know I know everybody gets tired of the streets. I'm sorry. But that place there in front of First Baptist is horrible. You know, where you come out on the one-way?
Mhm.
I mean, just about tear up your
Well,
front
if you
end.
wouldn't go across it making 50 miles an hour, it would be so rough.
I really did.
No.
Oh,
No,
no,
what you said, in case y'all don't know it, I'm sure you do. When you
Big
pull your
deal.
car up there, you have to go out and with some poles and jack your car up to get it out of that ditch right there. It needs shaving bad.
it's my sister, and she never drives over 30, hardly.
Well, tell her to get a run and start and jump the thing. Okay, we'll work on it.
Okay. I'll tell her.
Tell her you brought it up and said that.
I did.
We're gonna work on it. It's been called to my attention that we need to, let everybody know, if they don't know, why the flags in front of our facility is flying at half staff. The President of the United States, issued a proclamation that with the tremendous, loss of the Asian people up in Atlanta, the young 21-year-old man that shot and killed 8 people up there, that in honor and respect for those, that the flag be flown at half. And we got notification, Madam Clerk did what?
Until
Well,
March 22nd.
okay, it's to fly at half mast
Yeah.
until the 22nd day of this month. When is the 22nd? 18th, so it's not, but,
Next.
4 more days. Yeah, all right. So that's the reason the flag's flying at half mast. Anything else? Oh, yeah, for goodness sake. Did y'all look at this? Look, every council.
Yes, sir.
Turn over to the cities, the city page. Did y'all look, see the money that Hazelhurst is fixing to get?
Yes, sir.
What'd you see?
Can you please give me some, $1 million and
What-
something dollars?
How much?
$1 million, I'll find it in a minute.
It's on
One
page,
million,
no, don't have a page, it doesn't have a page number here.
423.
They say now, and the last time I thought they were crazy, but we got it. They say Hazelhurst, Georgia will get $1,303,423 of, Corona
Right.
Relief, American Rescue Act, what Georgia cities will receive. And let me tell you.
Oh, sit down.
I'd like to request
See?
$1,330,000.
We got it.
Hey, and let me tell you something, turn over while you're here, so y'all be informed. Listen, let's move on now, hold on. All right, let's turn over now to the county list, I wanna show you something too. Turn over to Jeff Davis County. Jeff Davis County will get
$2,900,000.
$931,461, right at $3 million.
I'm offended about time to start reading.
What's this for?
So, but now what we've got to do now, is this,
That's the use of funds.
yeah, okay, Madam Clerk she usually does, helping keep me straight up here.
Some fun.
This bill provides 4 eligible areas for use of the funds. Respond to the public health emergency with respect to COVID-19 and its impact upon our community. What the impact on business, on tourism, travel, hospitality. Respond to workers performing essential work under the COVID health emergency and providing premium pay for eligible workers of the city and county performing essential work, providing grants eligible for employers, for provisions for government services to the extent that the revenue has been reduced, and we can certainly come up with some of that. We didn't have water bills paid for I don't know how long. Property taxes not paid, in other words, we can get a list of that, and to make necessary investments in water and sewer and broadband infrastructure. So there's several areas that we can, we just got to get, and we're gonna use the RDC, those people are professionally trained people to handle this sort of thing. In the Rural Development Center, Brett Manning and his staff is gonna go over it and counsel us on everything that we need to do and what fits for us to be able to get our allocated funds. So we've got a short time to get it too. Listen to this now. Where's the cover letter? Where did it say that some of it comes in this month? Some of it this month and the other. We got a short period of time to work on this.
Please note, detailed guidance is not available yet, but the U.S. Treasury is working on it now. GMA will share more information soon regarding eligible use of funds, how to draw down funds, etc. It's a 2-year disbursement. You will not receive it all at once. You will receive half of it 1 year, half the next. There's a cap on small city grants,
We can deal with it.
and you will receive more information from GMA as to how we will do this.
Yeah, the thing that I was looking for, entitlement cities should receive 50% of the allocated funds within 60 days of passage of the bill. The bill's passed, and we can get 50% of those funds, and the other 50% within the next 12 months. So we got to get busy and make sure that we get every dollar we're entitled to. And it's a good bit of work. All right. Now then, have we cleaned our desks off here now?
I think so.
Council, y'all got anything else you want done?
What did you want this, done with this?
What?
That was Mr. Harold.
Okay.
Mr.
That was
Harold, you put
the-
information in their mailbox, they're asking
Well,
about it.
each one of them individually when the meeting's over.
Okay, all right, doesn't have to be done tonight.
Mr. Johnson?
I'll motion that we all.
Second.
Mr. Johnson moves that we be adjourned and go home, and it's second by Ms. Bloodworth. All in favor, say